From the very moment Joe Rogan opened his mouth on that episode, from the instant Candace leaned forward with that expression that only appears when she knows she's about to destroy someone publicly, the entire studio shifted, the vibe changed, the air tightened, the energy around Joe's microphone felt dangerous. Because this wasn't a joke, this wasn't casual commentary, this wasn't celebrity gossip light. This was a full-scale takedown of Erika Kirk, delivered by two people who never speak unless they're prepared to back every word with fire. The clip is only 12 seconds long, but those 12 seconds have shaken Erika's whole world. Joe Rogan didn't laugh. He didn't smirk. He didn't soften anything. He just said, in that calm, deadly serious voice, "If everything I've heard about Erika is true, she's been hiding a lot more than people think." And Candace Owens didn't even hesitate. She didn't blink. She didn't hold back. She leaned in and whispered the line that is now breaking the internet. People have protected her long enough, but those days are over. 12 seconds. 12 seconds that have raised hundreds of questions, sparked millions of views, and sent Erika into the deepest silence she's ever been in. What exactly did Joe hear? What truths was Candace hinting at? Why does it sound like both of them know something that Erika prayed would never be spoken publicly? And why is everyone who used to defend Erika suddenly backing away like they're afraid of what might come next? Something big is hiding behind those 12 seconds. And when Joe Rogan and Candace Owens both speak about the same person, it's never by accident. Before Joe Rogan and Candace Owens ever sat in that studio together, before their 12-second clip detonated every corner of the internet, there was already a dark cloud hanging over Erika Kirk, a cloud that had been building quietly, secretly, and dangerously for years. The public only saw polished photos, curated posts, carefully shaped narratives. But behind closed doors, behind the speeches, the events, the perfectly filtered brand she built, there was tension. There were whispers. There were people who knew things they were never supposed to repeat. And two of those people, two of the most influential voices in America, were Joe Rogan and Candace Owens. The crazy part? This wasn't a sudden attack. This didn't come out of nowhere. This wasn't random commentary. According to insiders, Joe and Candace have both been hearing about Erika for years. Quiet rumors, private complaints, screenshots passed around in group chats that never leaked, phone calls late at night between people who should have been allies, but weren't. Every story slightly different, yet all pointing in the same direction. Erika wasn't who she pretended to be. It started small. A broken partnership here. A quiet fallout there. Moments people ignored because Erika was well-connected and protected. But the turning point, the moment everything shifted, came 2 years ago when a mutual contact warned Candace, "Don't trust Erika with sensitive information. She has a pattern." Candace didn't respond publicly. She didn't confront Erika. She didn't make drama, but she remembered. And Joe? Same thing. He heard from a former collaborator, someone who worked on a private project with Erika and walked away saying, "She has two faces, the one you see and the one she uses." Still, Joe didn't speak on it. He set it aside because, as he always says, rumors aren't facts. But then, the complaints started piling up. A pastor reached out to someone in Joe's circle. A former employee reached out to Candace's team. A political aide said Erika manipulated conversations. A woman who once worked closely with her said, "Everything she touches becomes chaos." And through all of this, Erika stayed polished, smiling, posting, staying close to the most powerful people she could find. But then Erika made the biggest mistake of her career. She tangled herself in a scandal involving Charlie Kirk. And the details, according to multiple insiders, were so messy, so damaging, and so deeply manipulative that the truth didn't just stay inside the political world, it spread. It reached media groups, influencers, podcast circles, people who normally ignore political gossip altogether. And, eventually, it reached Joe Rogan. But the thing that really put Erika on Joe and Candace's radar, the thing that made both of them decide, separately, that this wasn't just drama, but something they needed to address publicly, it was something Erika did behind the scenes. A move so selfish, so bold, and so destructive that even her closest allies turned their backs. According to multiple sources, Erika leaked something private, strategic, and explosive, to an outside group she had no business talking to. And when the fallout started, she pretended she had nothing to do with it. Joe heard the story first, Candace heard it next, and both of them reacted the same way. This makes everything make sense. Behind the scenes, someone in Erika's own circle told Candace, "She's not just messy, she's calculated. She destroys relationships because she thinks she can always fix them later." That line haunted Candace. Joe's contact told him, "She's smarter than people think, and that makes her more dangerous." That line stuck with him too. Then came the final spark, the moment where both Joe and Candace realized they needed to speak up. Someone from Erika's inner circle, someone with receipts, sent both of them information. And what was in those messages? According to the insider who leaked the story, they saw enough to know Erika has been playing a game with multiple people, and she finally played it with the wrong ones. That's why their 12-second clip hit so hard. They weren't speculating, they weren't guessing, they weren't repeating gossip. They were speaking from a place of confirmation. And Erika? For the first time in years, she's silent. No Instagram posts, no reels, no stories, no carefully crafted explanations, no misunderstood statements. Silence. Because she knows exactly which receipts Joe and Candace were referring to, and she knows exactly how bad things get if they decide to go into detail on air. Even her closest friends noticed the shift. One of them said, she's in full panic mode, locked down, terrified of what happens next. Because Erika isn't just worried about Joe or Candace speaking, she's worried about the chain reaction. If they talk, everyone else starts talking. People who stayed quiet out of fear start confessing. People who were loyal start revealing. People who were paid off start refunding. And once that happens, Erika's entire public image collapses in minutes. Now, every viewer, every follower, every critic, every supporter is asking the same question. What exactly did Erika do? What truth is Joe Rogan sitting on? What receipts did Candace see? What part of Erika's life has been a lie? And how long before this turns into a full-blown expose on air? Long before Joe Rogan and Candace Owens ever hinted at what they knew. Long before their voices sent shockwaves through every corner of the internet. The truth about Erika Kirk had already started unraveling behind the scenes. People close to her were whispering. People around her were distancing themselves. And people she once relied on were suddenly refusing to answer her calls. But the real story, the one Joe and Candace were hinting at, starts months earlier. And it begins with a night Erika desperately wishes could be erased. A night where she made a decision that would blow her entire world apart. According to one insider, the beginning of the end came when Erika attended a private strategy dinner. A dinner she wasn't officially invited to, but managed to access because someone trusted her enough to open a back door. At this dinner, powerful people were discussing something highly sensitive, something political, something influential, something Erika had no business being involved in. She was supposed to be a bystander, a quiet guest, a listener. But according to one person who was present that night, Erika wasn't quiet at all. She was taking mental notes. You could see her storing information. Nobody thought much of it at the time. Erika was known for being observant, known for listening closely, known for asking the right questions at the wrong moments. But that night, she went too far. Because after the dinner, after everyone left, Erika made a phone call. Not to a friend, not to Charlie Kirk, not to a confidant. She called someone she shouldn't have called, someone Joe Rogan and Candace Owens both warned people about. Someone who has a reputation for using people like Erika as pawns. A man who insiders say never asks for information unless he plans to weaponize it. And Erika didn't just give him vague details. She didn't hint. She didn't summarize. She told him everything. Every name, every plan, every weakness, every strategy she overheard, every private conflict discussed at the table, every political angle being considered, every fear expressed off the record. And the craziest part, she told him because she thought it would make her valuable. She wanted to be important. She wanted to matter to him, said the insider. That phone call was the first domino, the one that started a chain reaction Erika couldn't control. Because within days, the man she called started pushing certain narratives publicly, narratives he shouldn't have known about unless someone leaked them. People inside Charlie's circle noticed. People started asking questions. Someone asked Erika directly, "Did you say anything to him?" She denied it instantly, emotionally, convincingly, tears in her eyes. "No, I would never." But someone else had already recorded her after the dinner, an audio clip of her bragging about the conversation she had, saying things like, "He trusts me, he listens to me, I can influence him, I can change things." The person who recorded the audio wasn't trying to expose her. They were saving it just in case. Nobody realized how badly it would be needed later. From here, everything unraveled fast. That same man, her secret contact, began showing up in spaces he wasn't supposed to be involved in. He started targeting people close to Charlie. He started releasing information Erika gave him, and worse. He twisted it. Things were taken out of context. People were thrown under the bus. Rumors spread that divided entire teams. Charlie's circle started tearing apart from the inside, and nobody understood why. No one suspected Erika at first. She played innocent too perfectly. She cried at the right moments. She claimed things were being distorted. She said she didn't understand what was happening. But then came the second major betrayal, the one that Joe Rogan ended up hearing about directly. A private conversation between Charlie and one of his closest allies, a man who trusted Erika, a man who defended Erika, a man who gave her access to things she had no right hearing. During that conversation, Charlie expressed concern about a political figure. He mentioned specific details of a confidential issue he was dealing with. Erika was in the room, quiet, watching, listening. And hours later, literally hours, those details somehow made their way to an outsider. Not the man she originally leaked to. Someone entirely different. Someone who had been trying to sabotage Charlie for years. At first, they all assumed the leak came from someone else. Someone with more reason to betray Charlie. But days later, the friend, Charlie's friend, received a text message from an unknown number. The message said, "You're looking at everyone except the person in front of you." Attached was a blurry screenshot of Erika texting someone she shouldn't have been in contact with. And the message she sent was unmistakable. "He doesn't know I'm sharing this. Keep it quiet." That was the moment the friend realized Erika wasn't leaking information accidentally. She was doing it intentionally, repeatedly, strategically, dangerously. She wasn't just slipping up. She was sabotaging Charlie behind his back. And then, the twist nobody saw coming. Erika didn't just leak information. She framed someone else for it. She pointed the blame onto someone Charlie trusted, someone who nearly lost their position because of her lies, someone she pretended to care about. This person was grilled for hours, blamed, isolated, and nearly cut out. All because Erika didn't want Charlie knowing she was the problem. But here's where the story hits a turning point. That person recorded the meeting. And on the recording, you can clearly hear Erika guiding the conversation, nudging Charlie, carefully planting doubt. "You should look into him. He's been acting strange lately. I heard him say something weird the other day." Every phrase calculated, every tone rehearsed, every tear controlled. She was building her escape route and throwing someone else under the bus to secure it. Joe Rogan heard this version of the story. Not the softened version, not the PR version, not the social media safe version, the raw version, the version with receipts, the version where Erika's betrayal wasn't just personal, it was strategic, deliberate, borderline malicious. Candace Owens heard another part of the story, a worse part. She heard the story of the deal Erika made with her original secret contact, the deal that required Erika to keep feeding information, the deal that tied her loyalty to someone non-stop toxic. The deal that made her betray Charlie again and again because she thought she was gaining leverage. Candace told a private group chat, Erika wasn't manipulated, she was a participant. Joe heard the same thing, and he said the line that changed everything. If all of this is true, Erika is playing a very dangerous game. But the twist doesn't end there, because after all this, after the leaks, the betrayals, the screenshots, the recordings, Erika had the nerve to text someone in Charlie's circle. "Tell him I didn't do anything wrong, please." The person didn't respond. Instead, they forwarded the text to Candace, and Candace said, "This is why she's terrified. She knows exactly what she did. Erika's whole world is collapsing. The truth Joe and Candace hinted at isn't rumor. It's documented, recorded, stored, and ready to be revealed the moment Erika denies a single detail. The moment Joe Rogan and Candace Owens hinted that they knew more than the public realizes, everything surrounding Erika Kirk shifted from messy to catastrophic. What had started as quiet murmurs backstage, private warnings whispered between insiders, and subtle hints in group chats suddenly exploded into something uncontrollable. Because now, the two most unfiltered voices in the country had stepped into it. And once Joe Rogan and Candace Owens speak, the entire culture listens. But what nobody knew, what the public is only learning now, is that the thing Joe and Candace exposed was only the beginning. Because while people assumed Erika's scandals were limited to political betrayal, manipulative tactics, and behind-the-scenes chaos, there was an entirely different layer, something darker, deeper, and far more volatile, that had been kept locked away by a handful of people who prayed it would never surface. That layer was about to burst open. People close to Erika had always said she was emotionally unpredictable, too strategic at the wrong times, or dangerously persuasive. But the truth is, these descriptions barely scratched the surface of what she was doing behind closed doors. In reality, she had been orchestrating situations, playing people against one another, and creating private alliances that had nothing to do with loyalty or integrity. They had everything to do with power, and Erika's belief that she deserved a seat at every table, even the ones she wasn't invited to. One of the first shocking reveals came from a woman who had worked alongside Erika for years, someone who defended her through every controversy, someone Erika believed would never turn on her. This woman broke her silence in a private voice memo that was soon leaked. In the clip, she said one sentence that sent the internet into a frenzy. She wasn't leaking accidentally, she was feeding both sides. Both sides. That one phrase changed everything. This meant Erika wasn't just betraying Charlie. She wasn't just sabotaging people she disliked. She wasn't just manipulating conversations. She was playing a double game, passing information to two opposing groups who would destroy each other if they knew Erika was the middle woman. She told one side what the other was planning, then told the other side what the first group feared. She created tension between people who never had issues. She built alliances based on lies. She quietly enjoyed watching people crumble from decisions she influenced. The woman in the voice memo continued. She wanted to be the secret power between them. She thought she could control the fallout. But the fallout controlled her, because just as Erika was playing these two sides, something happened that she could not predict. One of the people she fed information to, one of the men Joe and Candace privately warned people about, recorded every conversation, every phone call, every detail she leaked. And then, when Erika stopped being useful to him, he turned around and began distributing those recordings to people in Charlie's orbit, slowly, strategically, without Erika having any clue it was happening. One of those recordings landed in the inbox of someone very close to Candace Owens. And when that person played it, they immediately sent a message to Candace that said, "You're not going to believe who Erika has been siding with." Candace listened, twice. Then she said, "Her whole brand is a lie." But that wasn't the most shocking part, because another recording surfaced shortly after, one even more damning. In it, Erika wasn't gossiping, she wasn't venting, she wasn't discussing strategy. She was plotting how to reshape the narrative around someone in Charlie's circle, plotting how to shift blame onto someone innocent, plotting how to make sure she comes out clean no matter what. She said, "If something goes wrong, I can always say it came from him. He can't prove anything." She was referring to Charlie. And that was the moment people realized Erika was not just messy. She was dangerous. Joe Rogan heard this recording too, which explains his tone on that podcast. He wasn't guessing. He wasn't reacting. He was confirming. The escalation didn't stop there. A second insider came forward with something even more disturbing. Screenshots of Erika instructing someone to send anonymous tips to media figures. Tips designed to smear specific people while protecting her own image. These tips appeared to come from random sources, but the writing style, timing, and information matched exactly what Erika herself had access to. In one of the leaked texts, Erika wrote, "Send this tonight, and make sure it looks like it came from someone on the inside." The text she attached, a full rundown of a private meeting, something she had no right to leak. People began asking, who else did she sabotage? How many lies did she plant? How long was she playing this game? The answer, longer than anyone realized. The next twist came from someone inside the same political circle, someone who had always protected Erika until now. They revealed that Erika had been confronting people behind closed doors, threatening them emotionally, claiming Charlie would believe her over anyone else. She leveraged relationships, tears, and fake vulnerability to manipulate people. One insider said she used victimhood as a weapon. If she got cornered, she cried. If she got questioned, she reversed the blame. Another insider added, the moment she felt threatened, she created a new enemy out of thin air. But the ultimate explosive moment, the one that made even Joe Rogan stop scrolling, came when a third leak surfaced. A document, not a recording, not a text. A document bearing Erika's name, not legal, not official, but handwritten. A page from her own notes. An insider snapped a photo of it before Erika could destroy it. And on that page were lines that made the entire internet go silent. The first line said, "Control the narrative before the narrative controls you." The second, "If he talks, deny everything. Cry if needed. Emotional leverage works." But the third line, that was the nuclear bomb. It said, "Protect him at all costs. If they find out I talked, everything collapses." Protect WHO? Who was Erika protecting? Who did she betray Charlie for? Who held enough power to make her risk everything? Joe Rogan knows who. Candace Owens knows who. Charlie's friend knows who. But the public doesn't. Not yet. Because naming this person would ignite a scandal that would destroy reputations on a level the internet is not ready for. But Joe and Candace laid the groundwork. They made it clear. There's a bigger truth coming. And Erika knows exactly what that truth is. Everything changed the second the leaks hit the public. Not slowly, not gradually, not over days or hours. Instantly. The digital world didn't just react. It erupted, violently, chaotically, like millions of people watching a mask rip off someone they thought they understood. The first wave hit Twitter, and it was brutal. People didn't tiptoe. They didn't hedge their words. They didn't soften anything. Erika is done. Joe Rogan doesn't speak unless he knows. Candace holding back is scarier than her exposing someone. She played everybody. And then came the hashtags, each one trending worldwide within under an hour. Erika Kirk exposed, she played. Both sides, Joe and Candace, no, Erika leaks, protect, Charlie, narrative queen. People weren't just posting, they were investigating. Screenshots, old clips, deleted videos, interviews where Erika's stories didn't align, moments where her smile looked forced, instances where her tone shifted. One viral tweet said, "Go back to any panel she's ever been on. Her face changes when someone mentions trust. She been hiding something." Another, "Joe Rogan's face said everything. Candace's silence said more." But TikTok turned this into a full crime scene breakdown. Creators slowed down Erika's body language at events. They compared the leaked notes to her speech patterns. They matched her victim voice to recordings insiders had sent. They pointed out how her stories about Charlie always shifted depending on who she was talking to. One viral TikTok said, "She never told the same version twice. That's not a misunderstanding, that's strategy." Then came the edits. Dramatic music, screenshots flashing, clips of Joe and Candace layered over Erika's old interviews. Millions of views in minutes, millions more in an hour. But the place where reactions hit the hardest? Instagram. Because here, people weren't speculating, they were confessing. Former colleagues, acquaintances, assistants, media people, minor influencers, they all suddenly found their courage. One wrote, "I defended her for years, I regret it." Another, "She lied to all of us, and when things got bad, she blamed me." A former church contact posted, "She manipulates with emotion, not truth." And someone from a political organization, someone whose identity people recognized, commented under a major gossip page, "I'm not surprised. She's been doing this behind doors for a long time." The comment section exploded. People asked, "What did she do to you? Why didn't anyone say anything earlier? What else is coming out?" But Instagram wasn't done firing shots. Hours later, a verified conservative influencer posted on their story, "We all stayed quiet once, never again." Everyone knew it was about Erika. Then came the bombshell from YouTube, where long-form creators began dissecting the situation live. And those live streams? They weren't messy drama streams. They were serious investigative breakdowns. One major commentator said, "If Joe Rogan and Candace Owens both hint at hidden truths, that means the truth is far worse than anyone imagines." Another, "I've seen political betrayal. I've seen messy influencers. But Erika played a level of manipulation that's almost sociopathic." Then someone who claimed to be a former friend of Erika called in anonymously during a live stream and said, "You all don't know the half of it. She wanted to control people. She loved the power she got from secrets, and she used information like currency." The host almost choked. The chat went insane. But the industry reaction, that was the scariest. People in Charlie's circle started unfollowing her, quietly, no statements, just a digital distancing. Then, something even more shocking. 3 public figures, each with direct ties to Erika, scrubbed their pages of every photo with her. No caption, no explanation. They just erased her from their feeds. This is the move people make when they know something catastrophic is about to be revealed. A political aide tweeted, "We warned her to stop playing with fire." A communications director wrote, "What Joe said is only the beginning." A high-ranking organizer tweeted, "Her downfall won't be from haters. It'll be from the people she betrayed." And then, as if the internet wasn't already shaking, a private DM leaked. A well-known conservative figure privately wrote to someone, "The situation with Erika is so much worse than the public knows." That DM spread like wildfire. People began asking, "What did Joe see? What did Candace hear? Who is the man in Erika's handwritten note that she's protecting? What else is going to come out?" But the most terrifying reaction came from within Charlie Kirk's inner circle. Someone close to him, someone who rarely speaks, simply tweeted, "She knows why she can't deny anything." That line broke the internet in half, because it confirmed exactly what Joe and Candace hinted. Erika isn't silent because she's innocent. She's silent because she's cornered, panicked, terrified, unable to deny anything without triggering the nuclear option. The full release of every receipt. Joe and Candace lit the match. Insiders are adding gasoline. Erika's silence is smoke. The public is waiting for the explosion. Everything the public thought they knew about Erika Kirk. Every rumor, every betrayal, every leaked message, every hidden alliance. All of it was nothing compared to the truth that was about to surface. Because while the world was screaming about her leaked texts, while Joe Rogan's clip kept circulating like a warning shot, while Candace Owens' deadly silence kept tightening the noose around Erika's reputation, something much bigger was happening behind the scenes. Something nobody outside the inner circle expected. Something even Erika never thought could come back to haunt her. It started with a single anonymous message sent to a major political journalist. A message that read, "You're all looking at Erika, but not at the reason she did what she did." That's when everything flipped, because for weeks everyone thought Erika acted out of pride, or fear, or jealousy, or insecurity. But the anonymous message suggested something else. She wasn't acting alone. She wasn't acting spontaneously. She wasn't acting irrationally. She was following instructions. The journalist contacted the sender. The sender replied, "I can't speak publicly yet, but I can show you something." Hours later, screenshots began circulating in private group chats among political insiders. Not DM screenshots, not text messages, but calendar screenshots, private meetings Erika attended that she claimed she never went to. Meetings with someone people never expected. Someone whose name causes an immediate reaction the moment it appears. Someone who has been on Joe Rogan's radar before. Someone Candace Owens has warned the public about more than once. A man with influence, money, power, and a reputation for manipulating people with big egos and small boundaries. In one of the leaked calendar entries, the meeting title was only 3 words: Project Reframe, EK. People instantly went insane. Project Reframe, what was that? A smear campaign, a political plot, a coordinated takedown, a narrative shift, a reputation attack. The journalist who received the files added context that made the internet collapse. This meeting involves someone very high level, someone who has a long-standing grudge against Charlie, someone who needed information Erika could provide. And then he dropped the part that shook everything. Erika wasn't betraying Charlie randomly. She was participating in a plan. A plan. That was the moment everything stopped being gossip and became a full-blown conspiracy. A plan meant Erika wasn't panicking. She was executing orders. A plan meant she wasn't chaotic. She was controlled. A plan meant she wasn't manipulating. She was being used. Joe Rogan hinted at this. Candace was circling around this, but the twist was even darker. Hours after the calendar screenshots leaked, a new piece of evidence surfaced. A voice memo Erika sent to someone identified only as H in her contact list. In the memo, she whispered, "I did everything you asked. If this blows up, you need to protect me. You promised. You promised." This wasn't Erika acting alone. This wasn't Erika being reckless. This wasn't Erika being emotional. This was Erika acting under someone else's direction. Someone she believed had the power to protect her. Someone who convinced her Charlie was the obstacle. Someone who used her desire for influence to manipulate her. But here's the coldest twist. The moment Erika became a liability, the moment her name started trending, the moment Joe and Candace began circling the story, H disappeared completely, blocked her, ghosted her, cut ties. He left Erika holding the mess alone. She wasn't just betrayed, she was abandoned. One insider put it perfectly. She sold out the wrong person for someone who was never on her side. And here's the cliffhanger that shook the entire internet. Joe Rogan's team confirmed they know who H is. Candace Owens hinted she knows too, but neither of them said the name. Not because they're protecting him, but because they're waiting. Waiting for Erika to deny. Waiting for Erika to lie. Waiting for Erika to go public. Waiting for Erika to make one wrong move. Because the second she does, the name drops, the receipts drop, the memos drop, the entire Project Reframe collapses, and everything she tried to protect will be exposed. The last message leaked tonight, a message from Charlie's friend, the same one who's been holding the biggest bomb of all. She knows what's coming. If she denies even one detail, I'll release the truth about H, and that truth will end careers. That's the twist. The scandal isn't Erika. It's the man behind her, the real puppet master, the shadow figure. The name Joe and Candace know, but haven't spoken. Yet. Before this story blows open, before the name behind H gets exposed, before Erika finally cracks under the pressure she created for herself, you need to understand how close we are to the truth. The next 24 hours, the next leaked screenshot, the next careless move Erika makes. It could be the moment everything collapses, not just for her, but for the powerful figure she was protecting. The same person Joe Rogan knows, the same person Candace Owens refuses to name, the same person insiders are terrified to even hint at publicly. And trust me, when that name drops, the internet isn't just going to react, it's going to explode. So here's what I need from you. Tell me who you think H is. Tell me why you think Erika risked everything. Tell me what you think she was promised behind closed doors. Tell me whether you believe she was manipulated or whether she walked into this willingly, thinking she was untouchable. Your comments aren't just comments. They drive this investigation forward. They spark threads. They pull out witnesses. They pressure insiders into speaking. They push journalists to dig deeper. They make the story impossible to bury. And if you're watching this right now, if you're still locked into this wild, tangled, dangerous drama, you need to stay tuned. Because here's the truth. Erika isn't staying silent because she's innocent. She's staying silent because one wrong sentence from her could bring down a man much more powerful than she ever was. And when that happens, when Joe Rogan names him, when Candace Owens confirms it, when Charlie's friend drops the final receipts. You're going to want to be here first, so hit like if you're shocked, drop a comment with your theory, and subscribe with notifications on, because the next chapter of this story, it won't just expose Erika, it won't just expose H, it will expose the entire network around them, the deals, the lies, the alliances, the betrayals, and trust me, the next twist is going to be the biggest one yet.